Hey everybody, it's Courtney and author Carla Delaney.
Hey!
And we are going to have a discussion about her book series, The Wedding Before the Wedding. So we're not going to call this an interview, we're just talking.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
we'll start off very simple and then I'm just going to get right into it. No, I'm just
Bam.
playing. So what I want to know is, have you always been a writer?
Yeah, I've always been a writer. And it's so funny because as a kid, like I used to create these imaginary friends and give them a story, and I never thought that in my adult life I will become an author giving characters a story and giving them an outcome. And wow, listen at that, you know?
That's pretty
Yeah.
good. So you've been doing this.
I've been doing this.
You do this.
I've been doing this.
Okay.
Ask Trey. We were in the same language arts class, and we had that discussion. Yes, Trey is also playing Dr. Ivy. So yes, he knows.
Okay,
He
so
knows.
we got proof. Okay,
Yeah.
She got receipts. Okay, so tell me what inspired the thought of writing The Wedding Before the Wedding.
Well, The Wedding Before the Wedding, of course, is made up of the author's experience. You know, my traumatic relationship, my failed relationships, you know, things that I basically had to begin to examine myself on. So it was basically the concept of committing to myself, committing to my healing, committing to releasing and letting go of something and things that were hindering and holding me back from my wholeness. And before I do that, I'm going to do that for myself before I commit to anybody else, you know. So that's what that was about. Yeah.
So was there any research done, like before you started writing, that you, besides your personal experiences, did you do any other research?
Well, for the second book, I definitely did some research because at that point, I felt like, man, maybe it's not just me. I was kind of discerning the age of, you know, between 40 and 60 years old, and I did a survey with that age group, and basically 68% of those who did the survey said that the reason why they believe relationships don't last is because of unhealed trauma. So I knew I wasn't the only person, right? So that was just proof that there are more like me and us that need to take that journey back to themselves. So I, you know, took those results and that understanding from that survey and applied it to book 2.
And that's what makes The Wedding Before the Wedding book series very relatable. These are real people that she got this information from. So I know while I was reading it, I could relate to a lot. So
Yeah.
that's real work, okay?
Yeah, real work.
So did you have any writer's block, or did it come naturally to you to start writing your first book?
Well, the first book was just like a pouring out. Like I had to get it out. I had to birth this baby, you know? So the first book was definitely something that was just had to be delivered, you know? I was pregnant with it. I had to get it out, you know? And so when the second book kind of rolled around, of course, there was that little bit of writer's block, okay? So it was like, what's next, you know? I got to deliver another baby. I knew something was in there, but the survey kind of nurtured that baby, and then delivery came with that one.
Wow, that's the process.
Yeah.
Gestational process, really.
Right.
Okay, I like
Right,
that.
Right, gestational.
So
Book 2 is in here, and I think she's going to be so big.
Oh.
I mean, book 3, I'm sorry. Book 3 is in here. She's going to be so big. She's going to be so big. Yeah.
she carrying twins, y'all.
I think so.
So something amazing happened with these book series. You are now turning them into a film series. So
Right.
Can you tell us what made you decide to turn this into reality?
Well, book 1, I wrote. Then I decided to put it on Audible because I wanted to give them a voice. You know, of course, I read it, but it just felt like I was bringing them to life, you know, doing this Audible. But why not give them a whole body, a personality, a face, and a voice? So that's when I decided, let's take it to the screen, you know? Let's bring some real people in, and let's get some real people and some actors and actresses to play the role of these characters. I mean, no other way to go. I'm telling you, this is going to be so good.
That's so amazing, because what I'm thinking is, how do you find people to play the role of your imagination? This is your imaginary friends, basically,
Right.
and then you turn in these fictional people that you made up in your head one day, and
Yeah.
you are now casting for them. So,
Yeah.
while you were casting, what are you seeing? What are you thinking? Like, how do you feel?
Yeah, I mean, that was also a very amazing experience, because, you know, during the casting call, there are people showing up, and I'm like, ooh, I can see it. You're it. Ooh, you're Iris. You're Iris. She's Iris,
Me?
you know? Like, it was the experience of, I know that face. That was her. I saw her. Ooh, her spirit. Oh, that's her. I
Wow.
can feel it. You know, I can sense it. She's going to do well with this.
Oh my
You know, and so it was just like, just knowing and following that instinct and that discernment that I felt like God was leading me to follow. He was handpicking these wonderful people, and it was right on, spot on.
So let me tell you our story. We were on set one day, and we were all behind our producer, which is Zaire Perriman. We were all standing behind him and watching through his camera. And we had a scene where we had to walk in a circle around the actors. And while we were walking, Carla stayed in one spot. She wasn't walking anymore. She was just standing there kind of looking, like, it was almost like you were looking in space.
Yeah.
And we had to cut the scene a little bit because you were in the shot.
Right.
But I knew what she was doing.
Yeah.
She was like, she had a moment. Well, is that true?
That was, yeah.
She was definitely having a moment. It was like you see it, that it was an out of body experience. Like, wow, this is really happening.
Yeah.
I came up with this idea, these imaginary friends, I call them. And then now here we are on set filming, and I'm right here watching the whole thing. Is that what you would like? I want to
Exactly,
know,
like it's happening.
yeah.
It's real. Iris is a real person. Oh my gosh, Dahlia is a real person. This is a real individual bringing this character to life. You know, so it was definitely a moment that, like you said, an out-of-body experience where I transcended and I was observing from another place, you know?
And
what
we could see it. We was
Yeah.
like, and I think somebody was like, "Oh, she in the zone right now," because we was calling you like, Carla, come here, and you just was like, and she was just definitely in another zone. So we could see the beauty of it. We really could.
Awesome.
So you just had a premiere of
Yeah.
The Wedding Before the Wedding. How was that? And that was also her 50th birthday and a celebration also. So, man, how was that day to you?
That was out of body too,
Was it?
because I was just in a zone like, this is really happening, and to see you all just lined up, it was amazing. And when the Q&A took place and these questions are coming about, it was still like, wow, they are truly embodying the characters. They're relating to this role. They're becoming these characters. They're stepping outside of who they, are humanly to become someone else in order to empathize and embody with them. So that was just so amazing to see too, to be a part of and to experience. And yeah, I don't even think I'm 50. I think I'm less than that.
You are.
I don't think I'm 50.
Her young
But
self.
yeah.
It was an amazing experience for me as well. I think for all of us, some of us are new to acting, and I'm one of them. And also, just to see ourselves on the big screen,
Yeah.
I could just cry. It was such a great feeling. So I'm very honored and very grateful to be a part of it. What do you want people to get out of this series, the book series, the film series? Like, what do you think the outcome would be?
Well, the biggest thing is being able to look at these characters, their stories, relate to them, but at the same time empathize. But I would love to portray healthy individuals that are going to meet another healthy individual and become a healthy, us, a healthy me, a healthy you becomes a healthy us. So I just want, you know, whoever reads and listens or visualize to empathize and relate and connect. And I want to see the world changed. I want to see you as an individual go back to loving who you are and totally disregarding everything that you've ever gone through in a relationship, in your childhood, you know, and just love yourself enough to let it go. Love yourself enough to release that, so that when you meet that next individual, that's all said and done. And we can live such a harmonious and beautiful life, you know?
That's true. Well, Carla, I thank you very much for this sit down, and I want everyone to buy the book, The Wedding Before the Wedding, on Amazon. Listen to it on Audible. Also, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel for The Wedding Before the Wedding, and that's the name of the YouTube channel, The Wedding Before the Wedding. All one word. Each first letter is capitalized.
Right.
Okay. And you know, just keep up with Carla Delaney. Keep up with her on social media as well. Just show your support. This is a great thing. Okay.
In advance.
Yeah, that's right. Because it's blowing up, it's growing, it's getting bigger. A lot of people are talking, and I'm just honored to be a part of it. And I'm thankful that you are sitting down with here right now talking with me about this. So yes, do all those things, okay? Subscribe, read, listen to, and then you'll be going to watch it real soon, okay? We'll talk to y'all soon, all right? Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hold on, let's see.
I looked huge on that last video.
No, you did.
Hi.
Hi guys, we're doing an interview. Everybody looking like, what's going on? Okay. What's about?
This is not going as the way I wanted it to, Courtney.
Why? It's going good. We're gonna keep going.
Okay, keep going.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey everybody.